Good evening, peoples. Thank you for joining the Reggie and Lump Petty Ass Podcast. This is what we do every Tuesday at 5 p.m. We need to go on YouTube, subscribe, and like, first of all. Yes. And on Wednesdays, we got State of the Woman. That's these gorgeous women that's under the platform of the Petty Ass Lump and Reggie Podcast.
Yeah.
And they get it in. They give you knowledge and everything.
Yeah.
From a woman perspective.
Yes.
Intelligent black queens.
I'm going to have to join them sometimes, you know that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Now, on Thursdays, where we here now is Goons Talk. And what is the meaning of goons?
Goons Talk is giving our own narratives sincerely. So listen up, guys. We got some really good perspectives here.
Yes. All right. Now, on the weekends, when we turn it up,
what's going on?
The women turn it up. They turn it up. They get nice and zooted.
You talking about the pit is
the fire pit?
Hit on the chain.
The fire pit is off the chain. You only know if you belong, like Odell. You only know if you belong. Don't tell me you don't belong.
That's for the old heads. You know if you belong.
All right, let's get back to Goons Talk, y'all. We're going to introduce the panel. Let them introduce themselves. Mm-hmm. First of all, I am Lump. Now, you go first.
How y'all doing? My name is HB for Howard Bay, and I'm here at the Petty broadcast. I'm going to give my narrative on tonight's, to give my own narrative sincerely on this broadcast each and every time.
Cool. Maisha, y'all, right back at you. Baltimore's own.
Our queen is back. Last week we missed you.
Yeah.
Thank you for missing me.
Yes.
I missed you guys too.
Yeah, my man.
The podcast. I'm Yellow Man. Here to give it to you.
Nice.
Inshallah, later on, Wood will be joining us.
Yes.
Hollywood will be joining us later on.
You know the scholar.
Take it away.
Break it down. Breaker 19. Breaker 19. Now, shout out to my man Reggie Curl, my co-host. You already know who he is. Yes. Shout out to wifey. She ain't do what I told her to do yet. She's being defiant. No, I told her now. She didn't do it.
She's getting to it. She's getting to it. Ronnie. Hey, Ronnie.
Let's send some love out to Hollywood Joe.
Yeah.
Broadway Joe.
I'm sorry.
Hollywood Joe. He gonna get on my.
My bad, homeboy.
Broadway Joe.
Joe, man.
Get well.
Yeah.
Get well soon, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, he's doing pretty good. Just like we glad you got well.
I was down.
You was down.
I sprained my ankle, y'all. I had almost did a whole split off the curb, but I caught myself. Praise God. Woo! I'm better.
So, and I asked somebody to have a backup plan to make sure everything was going good with comments and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, first of all, the first topic for today is we're going to address this one. This is a sad topic, but it needs to be addressed because, oh my God.
We're talking about domestic violence and the most recent incident that happened. Rest in peace to the young lady. I'm not sure her name, but it happened in one of the counties here in Baltimore, where it seemed as though she was in a domestic violence relationship. And the suspect, who is still at large, chased her around a parking lot after she had took out a restraining order. And he shot and killed her while neighbors and onlookers did look on, and it didn't really seem as though it was much time to react, as this young lady was running from him. And he chased her down, and he shot her and killed her. So we want to send our condolences out to her family. And we really want to shed some awareness and kind of see what how we would react to these situations. That's tough.
Okay, now I can get comfortable.
Yeah.
Now I can get comfortable. I'm sorry, that was a little discombobulated because somebody didn't do it. First of all,
It's okay.
I gotta make sure our comments is on. Because they said they couldn't hear our comments.
Okay.
I want to make sure the comments is on.
But I'm quite sure, it's always signs and symptoms that lead up to certain events like this.
It's always.
So maybe we should start really paying attention to family and friends and loved ones as they go through, especially if they're young couples and they don't seem to really be relating. Sometimes we like to encourage people to be together, especially if they have children or a history. But I don't know if they displaying signs and symptoms of emotional or mental instability. We might want to start promoting them to separate and really, protect your loved ones. Because if that was me or my sister or my mother,
Right.
I don't know what I would do. That's a hard judgment to make.
I posed this question.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, that could be your mother, that could be your daughter, that could be your cousin or maybe your girlfriend or anybody. But that was a tragic occasion that happened. But what I'm saying is though, would you turn that person in? Somebody is harboring him because he's still on the loose and knowing the heinous act that he did. I don't think he's worthy of jail because I don't know if somebody is gonna, they've seen it all on the news when he come in jail and they seen the drastic. That's like almost the ultimate.
Yeah.
Women, kids, and mothers are off limits. Off limits is supposed to be.
Yeah.
But to today's thing, it's not like that.
Yeah, they don't have the original rules. They don't have the same foundation. Anything goes with them, and I think it just stems back to emotional instability and mental illness. I don't know what will make you do that to someone you quote unquote love, because that ain't nowhere near love.
But we don't know the ramifications that would happen that make him snap like that. Yeah. It could have been something that we don't know or something. Not to make no excuses, because there's no excuse to do something like that.
Right.
But something could trigger a man like that, though. Yeah. It could be triggered.
Or a woman. Yeah. Because it's definitely violence on both sides of the spectrum. But you make a valid point. It's definitely different variables when it comes to domestic violence in that situation. So when we're looking at it, we just see the gruesome act that has been done. And when you peel back the layers, I mean, there was some red flags.
Had to be.
It was some red flags because she had a restraining order. So it was some red flags for her to get out there. And again, I want to send my condolences out to the family on my end as well, because I'm a friend of her, one of her cousins.
Oh my!
Well, my friend Sean Bay, who's incarcerated now doing life plus 20, got like 26 years and wait for his arrival soon. His niece and her cousins.
Oh wow!
And they hangs out.
Yeah, so this is home.
This is home. This somebody like it's only 6 degrees of separation. Yeah. And I talked to him today, like, yeah, man, my cousin. I'm like, man, I just seen it. Yeah. So I must send my condolences out to him and his family, and again, on that tragic event that took place. It had me in tears because, man, like, and it reads and shine light on the narrative that's being told, that's out here of how women don't feel protected by black men. Yeah. And that right there, you know what I'm saying, just like, that's the reason why they don't feel protected. And like you said, it's a mental issue that, you know what I'm saying, that took place. It's red flags that's taking place. This happens all the times in our community. And to go to this extent, somebody like in her family or his family seeing that he was being overburned. Yeah. And like you said earlier, if you mind me saying it, like this was premeditated. Yeah. Like it was somebody in the parking lot. A black guy. He was in the parking lot. And how can you react to something like that?
Exactly, because he already was prepared.
He's already gun,
it was loaded, and he knew exactly what he was going to do. Because when she said, I got a restraining order, he said, go ahead, call the police. He already knew.
He already knew
that he was going to.
So now, let's go with Yella, because Yella said he had a key point when he was like, they could have, instead of filming, they could have what?
Okay, so first of all, I think that mental health goes unchecked a lot in the
Yes.
Black community because we see that as a sign of weakness to ask for help. We spoke about that before on different podcasts, right? So I won't
Right.
go into that too
Definitely.
in depth. But that's the first thing. The second thing is matters of the heart. A man's ego is very, very fragile.
Very fragile.
And we don't know what happened to may have thrown him off. It might have been she was on the phone, you know, whatever the case is. And I'm not victim blaming at all because it was no excuse for what he did to her. If you claim you love someone, then you should be protecting them from any type of harm, not bringing harm to them, right?
That's it.
So my point that what Lump is talking about was, I said that the person that filmed this, as soon as they saw what was going on and he was chasing her around, they should have called the police. She was running around saying, I have a restraining order. Stop, leave me alone. I have a restraining order. And they spent time actually yelling at the guy, hey, asshole, leave her alone, leave her alone. That was precious time that they could have called 911. We don't know if an officer was right around the corner that maybe could have prevented this. At the end of the day, ultimately, we know that this was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
If that is your belief system, being a Muslim, that is my belief system because it was the cut of Allah. It was decreed for her to pass on this way. And it was a tough thing to watch. It's a tough thing to deal with and all of that. But religiously, that's what was supposed to happen.
Right.
However, we feel as though it could have been a better use of time for the person that was watching.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, briefly, I want to give an example. So this happened to me this morning, 4:30 this morning. Dude's banging on my door. Now, everybody know I just came home. I'm living in a halfway house. 4:30, guys banging on our door. The house man is like calling upstairs for us to come down and give him some backup because he doesn't know the guy at the door. I come down. Slim, what's up? Man, I'm looking for such and such. Well, he doesn't live here. It's a halfway house. This guy bangs on every door on the block. Finally, he bangs on the last door, and it's where he's looking for. So apparently a girl that he's dating, comes out the house. She goes over to his car. She's trying to talk to him. He's so wound up that he's beefing with the guy that's in the house. Whether it was her father, brother, cousin, landlord, I don't know who he was. But he's beefing with this guy. He got a burner. He has a gun on him, right? He's telling the girl, get in the car. So the guy's trying to prevent this, right? Just so happened, one of the other neighbors called the police because before he could get her in the car, the police show up. He starts walking down Franklin. Police grabs him, throws him on the ground, gets the gun off him. They lock him up. This is it's crazy to me because I'm being awakened from my sleep by somebody banging on the door. The point that I'm making is it's a domestic violence situation. Now, this is a good question for the panel. I couldn't find it in me to call the police on the guy.
Right.
I know that was the right thing to do once I sent the gun to call the police. But I couldn't do it because I was afraid what the police was going to do to him.
Yeah.
And this is the dilemma we have.
Yeah. I think we've all had
all of us have done a large amount of time. We know how these cops get down.
Yeah. Or even had family and friends to be affected by the mediators who's supposed to mediate.
When you say
but they don't mediate
involved,
properly.
They show up ready to shoot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For the better or worse of it. I personally could not call the police on the guy, and I know that I was wrong. So if that was your family member, loved one, that the guy in the parking lot was chasing around, could you have called the police on the guy?
That's the dilemma. Look, and that's that. I'm a goon.
Or is
Go
that
hard.
the time
It's not.
you put the mix in the microwave?
See,
That's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
It's touchy for me because I don't want to say nothing on this broadcast to get canceled. So I'm just gonna say, man, it's a touchy subject. It's tough.
Keep in mind, bro, that you are a civilian now.
Yeah.
We not in the game. We L7s. We squares now, man. We done did our bits.
Yeah.
Long bits.
Long bits.
So we can't handle things the way that we used to handle them.
Right.
True indeed. So the reason why I say that because my situation where I was incarcerated dealing with a family member being violated. So that's why it's touchy to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's my whole that's something I still a family protecting, but it's like
Yeah.
I don't want to see. I don't know. That's the touchy situation for me. I'm still working on that.
And in hindsight, like really, that was the time to put the mix in the microwave.
Yeah.
Somebody need to go douse him with the bleach baby oil mix.
Read her comments. She was
Hey, Ronnie.
Start off from nobody
Yes,
off limits.
exactly. Nobody is off limits per Ronnie Duncan. Hi, honey. The younger generation got the game effed up.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I think they have a whole different set of foundational rules. Restraining orders don't protect people. You're absolutely right. They don't. A large percent of the urban areas do not believe in calling the police, period. And that's because of the way that the police has...
That's what we grew to.
Yeah, thank you, Ronnie.
We gotta protect our own neighborhoods and our own circles in our neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like if we doing mischief in the neighborhoods, we still giving out to our community.
Right.
Look,
Yeah.
we got you. What you need. They protecting you when the law come around. Oh, he's good. He's good on my steps. He's good on in front of me.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's. Oh, but this is a heinous act.
It is.
Like,
This
women
was
and children was off limits.
Yes.
So I don't know where these little new kids come from.
So here's a perspective. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a perspective. If that guy was your family member, could you harbor him? Would you hide him out?
Hell no.
Somebody is
After knowing what he did.
right now.
Yeah.
Somebody is harming. They were like, "Yo, I'm good. We out."
Let's be real, and I'm gonna say, if sucker shit is sucker shit,
Yeah.
and if you got some type of morals,
Yeah.
a mother, a daughter, I can't. No, that's some sucker shit you did.
And I can hear even
I'm not
some
supporting
family
that.
members kind of
Yeah.
probably going back and forth, like you need to turn yourself in.
Yeah.
But still,
No,
harboring him,
we still
giving him
harbor.
time
I'm not
to
doing
get
that.
himself together. That right there.
That was some.
He need to turn himself in because the police going to kill him. They're going to think he's armed and dangerous.
and dangerous.
Gonna
You know,
get
they
killed.
use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
And I think from what my friend was telling me, from what my friend was telling me on the phone today, that's incarcerated. He's from New York, so that's probably another. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he probably just did that and go back to New York. So he was what he was telling me, an irrational guy.
Yeah.
So she left him alone. He didn't like you go back to what you said, the mental issues of emotional, not having emotional intelligence. Our young generation don't have emotional intelligence to know how to communicate their feelings or know how to deal with heartbreak or a woman leaving alone or vice versa. So you know what I mean, that all that plays a factor in there that we need that need to be touched on.
I don't know, man. I gotta stalk you. I don't look, man. If it's my family member, please, Lord.
I know.
This
And I understand.
I don't want this. I didn't want this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I gotta.
That is probably.
I can't. You're not going to be. You're not going to be comfortable in jail going to the commissary after you done did that to my loved one.
And all right, I'm gonna say this. I want to see if y'all agree with me. As generations came, as we did 20. All of us did 20 plus inside the penal system, and you seen some guys come in who committed heinous acts like that. Some got treated, but it's like as years go on, that don't happen no more. Like the pedophiles, the rapists, they don't get treated like they used to back when he was coming through. I experienced like the pedophile. Oh yeah, you get no respect. You get treated. You know what I'm saying? Like none of that. Like I don't like. I can't speak because I've been out the system for 5 years. But as I was getting closer to coming home, news was coming in. There's no retaliation to guys who did something that's immoral.
Well.
Yeah.
It just seemed like it was a different set of standards.
Exactly.
It wasn't that same honor amongst thieves. Everybody just got lumped in, and if you did certain types of crimes, first of all, you wasn't even going to be considered a part of certain groups.
Exactly.
But now, it doesn't seem to be that way.
It's not.
Well, that's why I made that statement
Mm-hmm.
because is no one's going to touch him, man. They're going to protect him. They're going to put him on PC. He's going to be on PC for a long moment of time. When he come out, everybody forgot about the heinous act that he did.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be comfortable. So go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say was, I agree with Maisha in the sense that times have changed behind the wall. Everybody knows I'm 90 days out.
Right.
So I'm the newest out of all of us, right?
Broke them out the plastic.
Pedophiles come through, they still kind of get carried, but not automatically.
Yeah.
It has to be somebody that targets them, wants to rob them or something like that. And then they use that as an excuse to do something to them.
Yeah.
But far as when I first came in, every man got tested. I don't care if you wasn't a pedophile.
Yes.
Somebody was going to come across your plate and, either try to rob you or do something to you. If you stuck up for yourself, you was good. Other men say, nah, shorty, man, you ain't doing that to them. Whatever. If you fought for yourself, the rapists, the pedophiles, them people was getting carried crazy. They was getting robbed, extorted, all of that. Nowadays, there's no, it doesn't matter what your crime is.
It doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter because everybody's fucked up. Most people is on drugs in there. There's a lot that's going on, right? You still, I'm almost say everybody, because you do still have some people that stand up guys, whether they're young or old.
Yeah.
Right? But it is nowhere near like it was when we all began our bit. Even when Maisha first started working in this. It's nowhere near that.
Yeah.
So anyway, and briefly, I want to comment on this one thing. If there was a family member of mine's, if it was some domestic violence thing or something he did to a kid or something crazy, I'm not fooling with him at all. If it was a situation where he was at war and it was either him or the other guy, I'm absolutely protecting them, harboring them, helping them, all of that. Because in my eyes, that is something that was honorable. It was either I'm going to be going to a funeral or they're going to be going to a funeral. That's different from this situation.
Right.
This situation was something that purely where the guy's heart was involved. He couldn't handle it. And listen, I'm not with it. Listen, bro, I can't help you. I love you. I love you, my family member, but I can't help you, bro. I might give you everything I got in my pocket and be like, yo, this is all I can do for you, bro. That's it. But you can't stay here.
No, you got to go.
Okay.
And that's as real as I can keep it.
Yeah.
Let's change stuff. Let's change. That was a
touchy subject, bro.
So we addressed it the best way we knew how. Rest in peace, and
definitely I will go to the family.
Condolence to the family.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right. So let's go on to the next topic. Which is
I wanted to talk about since y'all been gone for a while, we're gonna call it then and now. When you left the state of the city, and I'm talking the school system, the neighborhoods, the vacant houses, Department of Recs and Parks, things were one way. Back in the day, our city was thriving. We had parts of the city that wasn't doing so well. But now that you're home, has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? What do you see?
Who want to start off there? Want me to start off?
Yeah, you can start off.
All right, I'll start off. First of all, recreation and parks groomed us to playing sports, doing, watching the women do modern dance,
pageants.
We love to go to the talent shows to watch the pageants. They walking down the aisle and then they getting crowned as the queen. Look. This was Rex and Parks was doing, and then we had our kids and our playing football and as well as me, going in there playing basketball, going down,
like
Bentlow. I don't say I shout out to Bentlow.
It really grew a whole generation.
In summer camp, you was in there. You was in there. You knew how to play sports. All right.
They don't know you had a jumper.
What they don't understand that we need that in our society, in our community, urban community that it is, because that's our safe haven.
It was,
And when they eliminated that, that was devastating.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about that. You could.
Yes. Then and now definitely was a big culture shock.
Yeah.
Definitely was a big culture shock. then piggyback on Lump was saying, we had Pop Warner. Like I was into baseball, basketball, boxing. Like we had Pop Warners. Like we was outside. So then it was more like our community. I can go up down the street and be disciplined by Miss Johnson or whoever it was, because it was a community back then. Even though you had a crime, don't get it wrong. We had a crime, but like when I was coming up as younger, a lot of older guys, he was like, man, you don't get up out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was encouraging us to go to school or play ball or they see we got the crate up. They come around and buy the basketball goal.
But now
it's like
the rec centers are closed.
Rec centers closed. The house, you got more houses that's vacant.
Yeah.
You got, you know what I'm saying, school programs that don't even exist no more. I think now there's more. I'm a spoken word artist. I haven't been in a while, but I'm a spoken word artist. And when one of my spoken words, I said, we used to be the city that reads, to now the city that bleeds. So I remember the slogan, Baltimore, the city that reads. Yeah. Like, it was something to be proud of. Like, I remember that slogan. And it's like, now it's like, don't get me wrong, Baltimore's a good city when you know where to look at to get resources. It's a good city, but for the majority of it, is we need a lot more of stand-up guys to do our part in the community, because like to give back what we had then to give it to now is definitely needed.
Yeah. What do you think, Daryl?
Okay, so my perspective on it is I agree with the rec centers and all, because I also participated the BNBL.
Yes.
You know what I mean? All of the tournaments that was in the city and all of that. That was great. But I'm going to hit from another perspective. I'm going to come from this. I've been gone a long time, 3 decades, over 3 decades. So my whole neighborhood looked completely different. Liberty Heights and Garrison, right? Completely different. The thing that is funny to me is that out of all of the changes, the houses that were torn down, the new stores that were put up, why is it that there's still liquor stores on every corner,
right?
And now smoke shops on every corner?
Things that make you go,
Yeah, it's crazy to me. I sit around, like, whenever I'm in a car with somebody or whatever, and I'm riding around, I'm just mentally taking account of how many smoke shops are now up in the same neighborhood as liquor shops, right? As liquor stores. Whoever the powers that be are actively trying to keep us under the influence of something.
I do think it is a planned, orchestrated set of events, because there has really been no urban development in our areas, and recs and parks, which used to groom us, are not existing anymore. And then when the tables turn and you think about Schaefer, who else? Smoke, O'Malley, who next? We're going down our mayors. All of our Baltimore City mayors, city council people, like, y'all might want to examine some of these things, because you're killing us. You're killing our communities. And so when it comes down to the youth and young adults not having anything to do, and then you look at what's happening with the dirt bike riders, who I think are an exceptionally talented group of people. Big up to all my baby. Yeah. We need to build a dirt bike park and make it Baltimore's official sport, and really start teaching them the nomenclature. Have a safety program. Formulated to have, so they have membership, so they at least have an option of something to do.
Something to do.
Come on, Baltimore. Come on, city leaders. Come on, big businesses. We need to really do something, because our city is going down.
There's plenty of marathons.
Exactly.
There's plenty of this walks for the whatever group of people.
Exactly. You shut the streets down at every 5 minutes.
Bike lanes.
Yeah, bike lanes.
They messed the whole city up for bike lanes.
Yeah.
Then they could go down.
You must. Before you do interject, they find in the gas station, instead of the owners of all those vacant houses. It used to be one house on the block, remember? Now it's the whole block. So y'all need to find them owners and find them.
No, I ain't want to derail this conversation, but I want to tell all my people that's going, I need y'all to go on YouTube And if y'all want to see the whole panel, see us front instead of sideways. Go on
Right,
YouTube,
man.
subscribe and like on YouTube, the Petty Ass Lump and Reggie podcast. And y'all can see Goons Talk. See, y'all getting a side angle. Because this is what y'all do. Y'all always try to look at me
Sneak
from
in
the
the
side.
side.
You give him a little
see the
profile.
side.
I give you a little profile shot. Go to YouTube, subscribe and like on YouTube right now. Go ahead. YouTube, Petty Ass Lump and Reggie podcast.
Why is it so
I mean-
easy to pick out bones in the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Everybody picks out bones. The Korean stores,
Yeah.
right? The Chinese food stores, the
Indians.
liquor stores,
Yes.
Yeah.
the smoke
Gas
stores.
station. Yeah.
Why is it so easy to pick out bones, man?
But I don't know why we haven't came as a people, collective as a people, and realized what they doing. Like they coming in, setting a shop, and leaving. Where they go to these luxury homes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We can't even. We go to the store every day, all day. Let us be a penny short.
Right.
Oh no! Like, man, I be back. Like, no, I need that. They want every. Yeah, exactly. They want every cent.
Yeah.
Like they don't let us slide. So it's like it's an opportunity in Baltimore right now.
Yeah.
And this is. I think that. All right, I'm gonna go on a spill real quick. When I came up, I seen the dope game not only through the movies but through real life. I seen the dope game was a means to an end, meaning that we got in the dope game, even though we was contributing to the violence and stuff in our neighborhood, but we got in the dope game to transfer that money to legal businesses, right?
Yeah. Or with the hope there.
Or the hope thereof,
Yeah.
right? Baltimore is a prime is at a prime right now, whereas though there's a lot of opportunity economically wise. Whereas though now they got the dollar houses and stuff like that, the Buy the Block Black. They got programs called Buy the Block Back and things like that. We the only ones that's not taking advantage of these programs, and you got other people that's coming in and snatching these houses up and building developments up, and we not feeding off that. If my mindset I got right now, if I'm a hustler and you're a hustler, bro, look, check this out. I got 20 racks. Let's go see what we can do with these houses. But
it comes to having sourced money.
Yes.
If you have illegal money, it's not sourced. And
It's
you
not
really can't
sourced.
spend it. You can buy groceries and pay cable bills, but that's about it.
Yeah, but it's sad to see. It's sad to see that we don't utilize our resources for as because we know we entrepreneurs. We know how to get it, but we're not putting it into things that's going to be beneficial.
Yeah.
Like beneficial because right now it's a prime real estate
Yeah.
in the city right now that everybody should be taking advantage
I
of.
really think knock, y'all. Anybody know Brandon? That's my cousin on my father's side, right? Psych, metaphorically. Anybody know my Aunt Sheila? Farouk Vic Naraja? I just want some of his mother's rice. I don't know. These mayoral candidates, we need to start holding our politicians and our local leaders accountable. This city has really went through. So any of you Baltimore City taxpayers, please let's try to get some messages through, some letters written, and maybe we can get some things done.
Let's go back to this. I interjected about the dirt bikes. Now my son rides dirt bikes,
And I love
dirt bikes.
and he was one of the 12 o'clock.
He was hitting it with the arm. I like the way he throw their little arm
Yeah,
back.
like that.
I with the little sock on there.
So now-
They my babies. They
You
be
know
like,
how
"Hi,
many
Auntie."
charges he got from riding dirt bikes?
I know.
Like,
I know. They
just
should.
riding dirt bikes. He had to start wearing a mask on because this is his release.
His
Yeah,
passion, right?
His passion.
Yeah.
Nobody can stop him riding dirt
Yeah.
bikes. Not even injury, almost died.
And I'm gonna tell you, if you've ever been to like the monster truck shows and you see the little phony little dirt bike riders just ride around and just jump over the little hill, they don't even do that much. Our boys are so talented. Baltimore leaders, listen, the talent that you have to, first of all, you have to be skilled in order to operate the bike, period. I love it. When I used to go up 83 and they used to come, boy, I roll my windows down. I'd be like, I'd be riding with them.
Listen.
I love it.
I rode in one of them packs, man. Listen.
Yeah, it's exhilarating.
You took the word right out my mouth.
Ah.
Like seeing the little kids come through, really
Yes.
turning corners.
Yeah.
It's so passionate. I love it. I love it. But nothing is being like when they see
Yeah.
that they look at it as
Like,
like
they
because
don't
who we
take them
are. They don't take it
serious.
serious. But
Yeah.
let's take it back a few years later when skateboard was real popular. You see skateboard parks everywhere now.
And down on the Eastern Shore in Crofton, Maryland, in the rural areas, they have fields for dirt bike riders. It's a sport. And they can't bust it like our boys is busting it. They can't do no wheelies. They can't stand up on their seat. They can't do none of that. Listen.
Let me find out you 12 o'clock.
Yes, I am. I'm a 12 o'clock auntie. That's right. You see that? I love it.
Yo, get out. What the hell?
Listen.
Yes, let's go.
Listen.
All right, we gotta move on to the next
I'm
topic.
just saying.
But look, this you going to inject on the
Shout out to Lump Jr.
Yes.
Riding boy.
Yes.
Yeah, we gonna move on from the dirt bike.
I told Brandon Scott. I told mayoral candidate Brandon Scott, you need to have the dirt bike boys as your escort.
What? They love that. Yes.
You want
Yes.
us? You want them votes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help them dirt bike boys. I'm trying to tell you.
like that.
I'm trying to tell you.
They all it's fun.
They ain't from out of town.
And
They
that's
our
real
babies.
talk.
That's real talk.
That's real talk.
He get them to ask. Oh my God.
Listen,
You know how many bikes will be?
I have been in other states. I have been traveling in other states. And they say you from Baltimore and they talk about our dirt bike boys. Yeah. And so Philly, New Jersey, all of them compare themselves to us.
Yeah.
Not only Baltimore, we are so trendy. Not only that, Harm City, y'all better get with it.
Get with it.
Ain't
It's
no
a brand.
Get with it.
It's a brand.
It's Harm City.
Harm
Get
City
with
is
it.
a brand.
I'm trying to tell you.
Better.
Let's all right, what's the next topic?
Listen, speaking of the harm cities, even though harm sounds harmful, you know, a lot of our youth are just turning out to be so violent. So that kind of couples with our mental health and emotional issues. But I think some of it is coming from the weed. I don't know what they spraying on the weed. I was a connoisseur at one point, but praise God, I'm not no more. It's dangerous. The weed is different. And I'll be the first one to tell you. So I don't know what's going on with our local weed. Maybe I need to be a grower and make sure it's scientifically proven to be safe.
It's definitely tampered with.
You
got all these dispensaries now, so
they tampered with.
Yeah.
Come on, the government legalizing something that we. Nah, come on. That's just my spiel. That's just my spiel. Anytime a government legalize something like liquor, during the prohibition time, what's the difference?
They ain't tell you it was gonna give you cancer.
Right. Cirrhosis of the liver. You know what I'm saying? But this is my spiel. You know.
Wow.
I think with the weed. Let me say something. Right with the weed, right? Obviously, I too grew up smoking weed, right?
Yeah.
But you know, we had sass or maybe indica.
Yeah, like 3 kinds.
Some Reggie,
Golden Kush,
some dirt weed, some Kush. You know what I mean? Like now, it's once they legalize and figure out how to make money off of it. Now it's 1,000 different strains. 1,000 different. So it's different. And the thing is, the kids consume these things, and then the home chemists. Because we're going to find out a way to stretch and make money off of something. Mm-hmm. So whatever it is they spray on it, or they might stretch it, or however they do it, you know, because there's people still on the corner that sell weed.
I think it's more addictive now, though.
It definitely is. They make it definitely is.
You know, that coupled with the fact that I think that our youth are desensitized to the violence. The violence is just so crazy and it's gotten out of hand. It's nothing for somebody to just blow somebody's brains out, just kill somebody.
And go on by the day.
Because most kids have seen it before at this point, right? Yeah. So it's nothing for them to do it. So life doesn't really have that great of an value.
Exactly.
And then when you're operating off of an intoxicated mind, you know, you don't do your best thinking. You know,
that is so true.
Too heavy, but
that is so
you're
true.
right.
Yeah.
No, you're definitely right. Hence, why weed is legalized. I always ask this question, bro. When last time you see some seeds in that weed?
You don't. And I'm I'm used to putting it in the box top, shaking the seeds down.
The seeds are folded.
Ain't no seeds coming out.
Ain't no seeds coming out. That's something I just want to.
Old heads always try to grow a plant.
Right. I just want to put up there like.
Ain't no seeds.
All right. So how are they growing the new weed if there's no seeds?
They mix the strains. How they mix the strains. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just look at the reality of the situations. Like, it's not by happenstance weed is legal now, and you got all these different strains. Like, you got GMO food, you got GMO marijuana.
Yeah, I
it's
believe
like
some of it is fact it's made in the laboratory.
It's made in the laboratory.
But they are taking some of it starts with seeds for sure.
Yeah,
it's a plant.
They
but they controlling it. They gatekeeping like some other people.
And shit is like real quick. And to all right, so you want to get in the weed the legal way. You want to get a dispensary.
Yeah.
If you ain't got 1.5 million, you ain't getting in there. They make it hard for us to have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not hard. It's not easy for the little guy.
It's not. Yeah. It's not definitely easy. But I'm gonna get like to these guys. They from Baltimore and they found a loophole in how to sell weed. I can't think of their names. They was on I'm about to say newspaper. I ain't reading newspaper so long. They was I'm gonna tell you where they at on Broadway down on Fells Point on Broadway. You know where the Chop Tank at?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Chop Tank right here. They got a little corner store.
Fleet Street.
Yeah, Fleet Street. So it's on Broadway and
Fleet
Fleet Street. That corner store. Yeah, they got corner store. So they found they got a loophole where as though they sell. I think they sell the seeds or the hemp. They sell something where as though they found a loophole and now they're going to court. Because they're going to court and fighting again because they found a loophole and then the legislation didn't like how they.
So what are they selling? Something that you can grow your own?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they're giving you the ability to grow your own.
Because
they gatekeeping it. That's what they're doing. So all the weed that's
I can't think of the brother's name. Next time I'm on here, I'm gonna make sure.
You can't propagate it.
Right.
Because I'm a propagator and I've been trying to find seeds.
Of regular plants, not
it's right there.
Well, regular plants.
Yeah, they on to something because. It was an article when I'm reading. I was reading one time. I forgot the bro
might be watching.
regular.
Who's the next side?
regular plants got there creeping.
All right,
spider plants.
So listen. Speaking of the violence, there was another incident involving a security guard here in Baltimore. It appeared as though he was a security guard at a parking garage. And some local Baltimore youths, I'm not sure how it transpired. The security guard had braids. I don't know. He was on Instagram. Snow, the comedian, shout out to Snow.
Oh yeah, shout out to Snow with the blow.
Yeah, Snow with the blow did a comment on him because the young guy got to fighting the security guard and held him out, choked him out, and then woke him up with a couple licks. And but it seems like from the argument of the youths that the security guard was doing the most. They like, look, you don't got no gun. You need to calm down. La 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 la. So I don't know. I think our youth is just out of control a little bit.
Oh, listen. Listen. You got to respect it to an extent.
Yeah.
Like when I look at them, like man, they got it. Like they got it, man. Like these kids. I said this on the show before. They brilliant. They got it. They just misdirecting. They
energy.
They got it. Like they got the attitude. They got the attitude. They got the grit. You know what I'm saying? They just don't got the. They just don't got the. You know what I'm saying? The emotional side of the aspect, the mental side aspect. When I say the grit, let's go back 6 years ago to Freddie Gray rise. Yeah. That was little kids that started that. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
It was little kids. They got that grit in them. Yeah. They don't have the education. They don't got the knowledge. They got the wisdom from our older generation to give it to them so they can take it further.
And they're not really taking those stuff off people either. They demonstrating.
They not.
That's just.
It's just being expressed differently. And man, we can just hone in on that. And put that energy to something conducive and conductive for the Nick, man. This city will be, man, it will flip. It'll be much better because them youngins got that grit. Yeah. They got the heart. They ain't going for nothing. I don't care who you is.
They do.
And I love that. I love that in us. I love that in them.
But then on the flip side, I'm thinking like, if he wind up down the bookings, he ready for the dorm. And it'll be me. Can you sit down? Stop.
Yeah.
Whew, it's kind of frightening.
Well, what I got out, the youth, when you was touching the Freddie Gray stuff, I was in the dorm watching this stuff go on TV. I was like, I don't believe this. This They is going hard.
Right.
They is throwing rocks at guns.
Yes.
They is burning stuff. They is doing all
They
that.
burn some police cars.
Yeah, so
But
I'm
the
like,
rocks are the ones with the guns. Exactly.
but I seen how the police was going haywire when they was spraying people.
Yeah.
They wasn't, and the children was like, "No, we ain't going back to them old days that y'all gonna be doing this to us." And they was like standing firm.
They
Like,
still fun. Yeah.
And it wasn't no comparisons on the number that they had towards the police. Y'all outnumbered for real.
Mm-hmm.
You turn around the corner, you got a mob around the corner. You got a mob around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I just was amazed, and I was like, dang, this is what I gotta come home to.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, nah.
They was acting a fool in the dorms.
You better sit your ass down
Central
when you come
Booking at
home.
that time. They was acting a fool in the dorms.
Yeah.
We couldn't get them under control.
Yeah.
So what you think, y'all?
Well, I didn't particularly see the incident with the security guard,
Okay.
They mean.
but I do recognize I think the youth just don't have any guidance. I think they're as smart as they've ever been because they're growing up in a society where it's a bunch of technology. Like they know how to use these phones, they know how to do all of these things. We're call ourselves elders or OGs, right? We come home, we don't know how to use this stuff
at all.
We don't know how to use any of this. You know what I mean?
Lost.
It's a learning process.
Yes.
Right? So I do think that the youth are as intelligent as they have ever been. I think they're misguided, and I think their minds are clouded by the drug use. And that comes from, in my opinion, the stars that they see, the rappers that they see, always smoking, always drinking on syrup and doing these things. They make it cool to be a drug addict.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They make it appear to be cool to be a drug addict. And we know that the young mind is impressionable and that they follow what they see, especially if they see, one of their stars that they like how he wears this, or they like how he does that, or like how they're gonna try to mimic that. They're gonna do these things. And no longer is the parent the rock star of the house or the one that is their idol. It is the people that is outside of the house, and they try to follow these things. And most of the times, the stars is putting on fronts. Mm-hmm. This is an act. They're entertainers, right?
And paid to do that.
Yeah, but exactly. They are allowed to do certain things because they know it will lead directly to the degradation of the black community or the downfall of these kids.
Yeah.
Right? So they're allowed to be, if let's say, for example, I'll allow Kanye West to be a billionaire if it will tear down a generation of young black kids trying to follow in his footsteps, as opposed to a Tiger Woods or somebody else. I just came off that topic.
Right, yeah, I got you. I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Somebody that is positive, that is trying to teach, like, let's do the math, let's do the science, let's do this. You can be anything. You can be a doctor, you can be a scientist, you can be whatever you want to be. And then it's a whole generation of intelligent young black people that are vying for the same jobs and the same positions as these white kids that are getting these silver spoons in their mouths, that's going to these colleges, that's being accepted in these private schools. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, and I think it's a system. It really is.
It is. It's definitely a system. To piggyback on what you were saying, it's not by happenstance that a lot of the record executive, like, I'm just throwing his name out, I'm not saying him per se, but a lot of executive representatives of these big music labels is investing in private prison. When you do your research, a lot of them is investing in private prison. Now, why are you investing in private prison? Because now you over here in a record label, you got artists that you got control of what type of music they can put out. I mean, like, oh, you can't put that out, that's too positive. You can't put that, that's too positive. Yeah. I want to hear murder, twerking, killing, smoking, drugging.
It perpetuates
the
effect that they really want.
So I want to make one more point, and it just came to me, right? And then I'm gonna shut up. Okay. These artists are weighing $1 million to $3 million worth of jewelry on their necks, but they're talking about robbing this person and robbing that person and doing this and doing that. You know goddamn well they not doing that.
Right.
Because for real, when they come in the hood, man, listen, if you ain't feeding this hood, boy, you looking like something to eat right now.
Mm-hmm.
You looking like a lick.
Especially when you ain't come up from right here.
Yeah, you looking like a lick. So just think about that, right? Actualize that. You had all these couple of $1 million because it was a King or XXL, one of those magazines. They had Cardi B, they had the Migos, they had Lil Baby, they had all these people. They were showing the amount of jewelry they had on. They were showing what it was worth, how much jewelry. Like the Migos a piece, I think all three of them had like $3 million a piece on. Cardi might have had $4 million on. Lil Baby might have had $4 million on. Something like that, right? You know, goddamn well the people ain't in no hood, robbing nobody or standing on no corner selling no damn dubs like they say they doing. You know that's not true, right? But the kids look up to this. They only see these flashy things, and they want to be like that. They feel like if they drinking a pint, right, then they acting like the rappers that they admire.
Yeah, it's definitely a conspiracy, and it's definitely getting the desired effect, and it's it's lining the pockets of the prison system and those who have benefited.
Those are investing in it.
Interesting.
I don't know. I had
guys.
Y'all just made me lose my thought of train.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it'll come back.
All right, y'all.
Listen.
Go ahead. Let's move on. He's like, let me touch this one. I was like, what? I got something. I gotta get it out.
I apologize, homeboy.
Yes, Brian.
When I touch your spirit, bro. When it touch your spirit, you gotta keep it out. The only way you can keep it, man, is to give it away, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember that. The only way you can keep it is to give it away, man.
Give it away.
Yes. Hopefully our viewers, man, you know, they absorb
this. Man. This what I had.
Thank you for that.
I wanted to get this.
Who's this new viewer?
No. Yeah.
Y.R. Smalls.
Smart.
Yes.
Guy. Also like empathy.
Yeah.
Y.S. Smarts. What? Y.S. Smalls. Smalls.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Y.S. Smalls. All right. Anyway, thank you for joining the Petty Ass Lump and Reggie podcast, Goons Talk. I was like yelling, did you fill out the application? And I got a question for you.
Okay.
Did you fill out the application online that you're supposed to for the oil?
You put Pompey?
Yes. Did you fill
the job? No.
Oh,
and the reason?
No, ain't no reason. There's no reason. There is no reason.
There is a reason.
He's gonna.
There is a reason.
Tell him
there is a reason.
All right, well, let me come back to you.
Okay.
All right.
Let me come back to you.
Come back to me.
Now, I want to go to Howard Bay. You keep that. You keep it on because
you stirred me up now.
Yeah, you need to be stirred up. Now, Howard Bay, you had practice on doing the computer in the little the area you had where you could go and you was doing all the computer and you was getting familiar before you even got here. You was tech on the computer, knowing how to go. So you had a step before all of us coming out. So when you came out here, that was the hardship, like the reentry. It was still hard. We were trying to come in and trying to do the computer. It's so hard for us.
Yeah.
And we was computer illiterate.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh
yeah.
God. Now, did that help you from programming yourself, doing the computers when
you know what I'm saying? Oh, absolutely. That's why I took advantage of it. Cause I seen there was something new. And I'm like, man, I need to learn this. I need to learn how to be savvy and using being computer savvy and using Excel and using words and using all the things that I need to learn and learn how to put a resume together, learn how to, be computer savvy and tech in it. And I just learned it. And it definitely was beneficial when I got out here. Now, I'm gonna say this though, I still was lost on how to do certain things. I still needed assistance.
But you had some fundamentals.
But I had a foundation to stand on, which I got on quick. It helped me out like that. I
thought that was important. They need to have that as a part of the education curriculum in the institution.
Right. Yeah.
And they need to stress it at least within the last 3 years, especially if you on your way home.
Right.
You really need to acclimate yourself to the world. You need to be computer literate. You need to have some baseline knowledge, how to use Microsoft Word and Excel.
Yeah.
And how to navigate the internet, how to really understand the dangers of the internet. Because you mess around, get on the
Wrong website.
and Lord.
You be like, yeah, get your social security number.
Exactly. You can get scammed, and but that's the way of the world. You pay all your bills online, on telephone, and so I do think that should be a part of the curriculum.
Shout out to you from that's Carlos Griss's peoples. Shout out to you.
Shout out,
Smalls. Yeah, she from Atlanta. Yeah, thank you for joining the Petty Ass Lump and Reggie podcast.
Yes.
Goons Talk segment. We have other stuff is under the umbrella, but this is on Thursdays, and we thank you for joining us. Yes.
Yes. I'd like to thank you.
Yes.
You're just always ready, willing, and able. And we thank you. We love you, Lump.
Okay.
We love this guy.
I don't share love a lot. I'm too hard to be throwing that love word around. But you know I love
in an agape,
he fucks with you.
in an agape godly type of way.
Yeah. Now let's tell us why you didn't fill out that application so you can get big money. You was gonna get big money.
Okay, so
Yes.
to me, it isn't feasible for a person to fill out an application or try to get a job that he is not prepared to get to, for one, as far as transportation.
Okay.
Right? And two, that you're not ready to take on yet. I don't want to squander the opportunity. Right? I'm in the process of getting transportation and getting myself on wheels, and then I'll be able to get to this job.
Got you.
You did.
So
it's crazy for me. Yeah, it's crazy for me
yet.
to fill out, and then my qualifications is good enough where as though I get the job and then I can't get to it.
Yeah. Okay, it makes sense.
So
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Because
We ain't got the transportation to get
we
there.
got on that bus. He just came straight off and he went into the house. We got on the bus to train. And look, we get up extra early to get up there on that bus.
I ain't gonna lie, I hated that bus.
Yeah, I hated the bus too. I ain't even look, and then talk to you when we came. Who's talking?
Right.
I'm scared to death.
Yes.
You're close to the stop, sir. Hold up. What's your buddy?
the bus,
Yeah.
the bus.
Yeah, that was different.
So that was different. I was talking to you.
The
bus.
So I'm like,
Yes.
The bus
this
talks
is
now.
This is
Total
crazy.
Recall.
So I don't want to hear that.
Man.
But you have another job lined up.
Oh, we ain't talking about that other job. We talking about this job that's is sound, and he's going to have a.
So you said definitely going there and filling out.
Yeah, no, he's supposed to do it.
Full pack. Yeah, that's good.
And get on the bus.
Yes, get on the bus
So,
and get there. Get
talking
an
about
extra
the bus.
hour early. Get on the bus an extra hour early and get there.
So how was
It's in city
the
limits.
exposure to the public on the bus? How did that affect you? Was you able to?
You want to switch? You want to switch gears?
Yeah.
Okay. The bus on the public. I liked it because we got to see people again.
Okay.
We wasn't amongst our people, but you had to learn. I had to learn how to get up out of this seat when there's people holding on. You see the ladies, and some people don't want to get out of the seat and let the women sit down, and the old lady they still sitting down. Well, nigga, get up and hold on this bar and let her sit down so she won't be rocking and
right.
And I was like, dang, they don't have no respect on buses.
Yeah.
They don't.
So that was a little.
So you think riding the public transportation is safe?
She said it's reliable.
It's reliable.
No one is safe. No matter where you at. It's safe. You can save getting a hack, getting in a
Uber.
Yeah, Uber. Sometimes they you leave your pocketbook and you ain't getting that back.
No.
I called it. Oh,
some Ubers they was attacking some of their passengers.
Did we give a shout out to this person right here?
Yeah.
Carlos G sister.
We did.
From Atlanta.
From Atlanta.
Yeah, that's from Atlanta.
So let's see. Why are Smalls the reason why prisons are? Wait a minute.
Taking those reentry programs out.
Is they want people to fail, and they want them to come back to jail because prison is big business.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I totally agree with that as well.
Prison is big business.
But like y'all said, they is not building no more prisons because they trying to get. You expand on that.
Okay, so Merlin is not building any more prisons because for jurisdictions don't want prisons in their area.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, you have one in Cumberland, you have one in Hagerstown, or a few in Cumberland, a few in Hagerstown, a few in Jessup, a few in ECI, right?
Eastern Shore.
Yeah, the Eastern Shore. So these are counties. The other counties, they tried to build more before, but the other counties did not want them in there. For example, in Jessup, JCI was supposed to be a minimum joint, whereas though it didn't have a fence around it. It was supposed to be a camp. But because of the vast number of people getting locked up with murders and all of that stuff, and I'm talking about in 91.
Yeah, early 90, yeah.
You did. So the people that are in jail, like us, that have decades in, they have to let us go. I mean, at some point, they have to let us go.
Yeah.
So the new legislature and then the movement of the public, the empathy of the public as far as with the George Floyd and all of that stuff, that opened up a lot of people's eyes. And I'm talking about white people as well as black people.
Yeah.
As to the mistreatment that we have been having in this country for a long time, and especially in prisons.
Especially in prisons.
Yeah, whatever the number in population is of black or brown people, the prison population is definitely way higher than the Caucasian population.
Oh, absolutely.
The number of the Caucasian population. So anyway, that's what it is. So now, as regards, I think the topic was training and trades and all in prison.
Oh, she said no. She was saying they took it out of prisons because they want people. Prison want people to return. Recidivism.
Right,
they want the recidivism rate to go higher. So because it's a big business. Prison is a big business.
So again, I'm the freshest one out, so I'll be brief. Right.
All right. Okay. Read the comment, Yella, for you.
Which one?
She said she agreed with you, Yella, talking about people with transportation. You read.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Ronnie said you can have your own transportation, but what if it breaks down? Are you not going? Are you
not going to work?
Are you not going to work?
I hear you, Ronnie.
I know, Ronnie. It's a fine line, though.
Okay, Miss Del.
Yeah. She agreed with you, but she like, now you ain't going to work. Your car break down. You waiting for a car. How you gonna get to work now?
It's a different situation. Yeah. Because I make it to work on a regular basis. So in the event that it's an emergency, it shouldn't be a problem. You know what I'm saying? I'll make other arrangements, even if I have to get somebody else to take me. But to take a job where you don't know how you're going to get there is crazy. Okay. It's a wasted opportunity. You're in the way. Right? Okay, so we were talking about the trades and prisons, right? So the training is that okay? So the topic, my spiel on that is, where I was, Maryland Correctional Training Center, MCTC, the new jail, right? They did not allow you to even participate in trades unless you were 5 years or less for your mandatory to leave out the door, right? So they had they didn't think that anybody with any time above that, lifers or any of that, was ever going to get out. So they wasn't going to waste their space on you, right? So even the people that was involved in these trades, they short of staff to the extent where school was canceled 3 times out of a 5-day week, right? So they really did not honor. They only have programs so that they can receive funding for it. It's not necessarily about training people to have jobs that they can earn a living off of when they get out. Real. You know what I'm saying? It's just a thing where as though they receive the funding and they say that we have this program here. It's a feather in the cap, basically. Window dressing.
Yeah.
You did. At least at that jail.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
That's what I have to say on that.
That's everywhere. That's everywhere in Maryland. Truth be spoken, that's everywhere in Maryland. You gotta be 5 years within mandatory. If you're getting drafting, things like that. Only thing life was in time. People a lot of time can get was like SUI and things like that. SUI is state. What is it?
Youth Industries.
State Youth Industries.
Which became MCE.
MCE, exactly.
Maryland Correctional.
I'm saying SUI.
Yeah,
you say SUI no more.
When I started, that's what it was. SUI.
I worked for them many a year. I worked until the day I was released.
Yeah.
I worked for MCE the
tables
until the morning I was released.
Yeah. So that's the only thing we could have got. And low preferred jobs in the institution. I stay with a preferred job.
I ain't working for no MC.
What Riley got to say?
Yeah.
Politics.
Yep.
It's politics, yeah,
Riley.
definitely,
Exactly.
So, like,
You better know it.
and knowing that, from my experience, like when I was in prison, yeah, I seen I couldn't get these programs, but I seen prison also as my university.
Mm-hmm.
I seen as though if I want to learn something, I'm going to go have my family send me the material, or I'm going to go to the library and get. If I can't get it there, I'm going to investigate. I'm going to research because I know one day I'm going to be out there.
That's right.
So I'm going like because. Once I got older in prison, like hold up, prison is not about rehabilitation no more.
No,
it's about warehouse. So we gotta take it on ourselves to rehabilitate ourselves, and that's like getting to know who we are as an individual, self knowledge, and all right, what you interested in. I'm interested in cars. I'm interested in this.
Yeah.
This your university. Like study it. You know what I'm saying?
They stopped that, Howard, man.
What?
They stopped that when they let the PlayStation come in there.
Oh yeah, they did. They did. I remember that.
I want to go to the library.
Right? Yeah. I don't play PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yes.
Yeah.
Madden. All that stuff. Yeah, you right.
Live and all that.
You right. Cause you right. A lot of people start going to the law library. And I want to give a shout out to one of my good friends. He had passed away in December. Mr. Guy Harris, who did the law work.
Guy?
Yeah. Yeah, Guy Harris. Yeah, he passed away. I went to his funeral back in December.
Oh, wow.
And he told me a valuable lesson. He taught me a valuable lesson when I was younger. Young, I'm getting in the courts, and everybody, refer me to Guy Harris. And he's like, all right, man, let's meet with the law library. I said, all right, man. I'm young, nice day outside, just came back from school. I shoots outside. Cause outside, that's where we get to release our stress. And I mean, you want to go to the yard is popping. Everything, that's the only excitement of our day. That's really the only excitement of our day. And I shoot to the yard. I come back, Mr. Guy ain't got no rap for me. Mr. Guy ain't got no, Mr. Guy, he about business. And he's like, so is your freedom out there? I said, what you talking about? Like, you supposed to be in the library going over your case, but you shot it to the yard. So I'm like, man, that taught me a valuable lesson. So that point on, like, he taught me so much about law, whereas though it opened up a lot of other doors for me to learn a lot about myself. While I was studying my cases, like, he taught me so much, but he taught me that valuable lesson, man. Like, no matter how much time you got, don't squander your time with with the prison politics or getting caught up in just wanting to be outside, or like when the video games come in, don't get caught with that time. Yeah, it's good if you want to. He has leisure time to do them, but he taught me to have discipline. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And honor my word.
Yeah, and believe it or not, a lot of people who wasn't in jail need to learn them same fundamentals. We can't waste time.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. You gotta take advantage of every opportunity, every hour, every moment of the day. It counts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we had to all right, we're gonna touch one more topic and then we're gonna close it. Let's get a good one. Let's get a good one. It's been good all night.
It's been good all night, man.
We've been rocking and rolling.
It's been good all night.
But yeah, let's go.
Let me think.
Oh, you just got you don't know what.
No, we touched on so many of them.
Yes.
Get some ad libs.
Yeah. I mean, now that you're home, don't you find it interesting that the kids, your nieces, nephews, they teach you so much about like your phone.
Oh my God.
And everything, because I find myself calling my goddaughter for everything. Next, I'm going to learn how to do voiceovers on Instagram. That's my next thing. Talk about the kids.
Help with that. I had to find out by getting my stuff tampered with.
Oh,
I know your code. You know my code. How you know my code? I got my. Well, you use the same number. The same number as your ID number. Your ID card. So you won't forget it's your ID card.
It was easy to figure out.
It was easy.
Oh.
You taught me a lesson. Learn on your own.
Wow, that taught you not to be doing nothing crazy.
Listen, you're right.
I mean, some things are just done innocently. They just like kind of look crazy.
No. I'm with you. Listen, one thing I learned while coming out here, women are the best investigators in the world.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they the best investigators. They will find some things out. Like, yo, how did you know this? Because they so like when you with the women, this is one thing I learned. They watch everything we do. Everything, you know. I was amazed. Like, I'm thought I was doing something stupid. Man, listen.
Oh, I gotta adjust this.
You gotta listen. Women are the best investigators, bro.
And they be wrong as a bitch.
Sometimes.
Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Sometimes.
I had my ring on.
Mm-hmm.
My wife zoomed in and said, "You don't have your ring on." I have it on. Man. She zoomed in, put a circle around my hand. And said, "It's weird as that.
That's
It was
right,
blurry.
Ronnie. That's right,
It was
Ronnie.
blurry." Girl, first of all, I ain't even addressed that. You wrong as a bitch. Then I try to look. I had to address it because I was heated.
Right.
I say, Reg, LB, is my ring on? Yeah, no. That's bullshit. I don't believe them either.
Oh, no.
Circled it and said, "Girl, you wrong."
But this, listen, man, women,
Well,
man.
she needs to be here then.
that
She'll
was
see the
wrong.
ring.
Man.
No.
She'll see the ring if she's
Yeah,
here.
you tough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ronnie, you got to come. You got to be here.
Listen, man.
It's all
Listen,
right. We're going to get them together. We're going to get them in line.
Did I get an apology? Fuck no. Did I say?
She said she loved you.
That's always. I love her too, but that's
Yeah.
always.
He
No,
said-
But apology
he said
is
he
something
loved
bigger.
you.
no,
Ronnie.
apology is something different because
Yeah.
look, and I get amped. I really get amped.
I see.
I get amped when
I
I'm
know.
right, and I know you wrong as a bitch. And I tell you this constantly.
Well, I think some small things they matter, but they shouldn't matter. Like if you are doing what you're supposed to do on a daily, you're providing for your family. You're investing your time. You're doing all the other things.
Right.
Some of those little things we can kind of gloss over that and
No,
overlook
what
it.
if the podcast taking away your time? Save y'all.
Well,
Congratulations, y'all too.
oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank
Can I? Oh, congratulations to
Thank
two
you.
red bones. They say no, look, yeah, but you can ready to blast me on here talking about, yeah, this is what you supposed to
She
do.
said, "I'm sorry, baby. Calm down, love." Yes.
No,
But I'm gonna say one thing.
Don't ever-
Hey, look, I'm gonna say one thing.
What?
Yeah, some of them do wrong.
started.
But the one thing I appreciate about my lady is that she apologized.
Young lady about
But I be mad when she apologized
why?
because I want to go in.
Right.
I can't go in when you apologize. like you right, you want to go in.
Yeah.
When she apologized, it's like, dang, you took everything away. I want to go in. I don't want your apology, but I love the fact that she accept when she wrong. Like I've been in some situations like they ain't accepting nothing. You run but like, when I see my woman do that, man, it makes me like I'm like, yo, yeah, that's a good one. I got a good one.
So even with you doing this podcast, I mean, you have to give her an opportunity to be of a support. So should she be in the kitchen making wings and pizza right now? Ronnie. I'm just saying. So sometimes we have to involve ourselves and really kind of get in where we fit in to really show the ones that we love that we do support them. And yeah.
Are you gonna support your man even though you don't like it? You gonna support him?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because
You gotta stand on firm. No, I'm not supporting that. I don't like that. You want to support if your man chokes somebody for public display for promotion? Well, you want to support him for choking somebody?
I advise those who choke people not to do that on a public platform.
Because your audience don't like it.
Right. I don't think that's
But the
advice.
whole audience over here like it. I want to sign up so I could get choked.
Well, let me sell the tickets and collect the money, and then maybe, as long as they buy a snowball from me, I'm good.
Oh, I want to say something, Mike.
Yes, please,
I want to say that
please.
we are the prize. When we come home from jail and we shine, we are the prize.
Speak.
Do you guys understand that?
Yeah.
Man, we looking good, man. Our hair's smelling good, man. We in good shape, man.
Kiwi on
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? We is the
But
prize.
the key is to keep the ball rolling and to put your life back together.
Yeah.
Start working, get your driver's license, and really start to put your life back together. It does seem as though all of you are very mature. It seems like you're on a whole nother level, and anyone who is blessed to have you does have a prize. So,
And vice versa.
just, yeah, and vice versa.
Vice versa.
Just don't waste no time, because life is good. You hear me? Yeah.
Breaker 19.
Breaker 19.
Breaker 19. That's the handle. I thank our audience for coming on today and giving us a little. What?
That's right. She was like, prize, okay.
Question mark. Okay.
He is a prize. And one day he's gonna
see, here you go. Now you you interrupting my closing. See, this is what I'm talking about. You interrupting my Harm City is the sponsor for the Petty Ass Up and Reggie podcast. We're gonna give everybody a shine. They're gonna promote whatever they got going on that that we need to promote. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna close it out. So let's start off with Howard Bay. You got anything going on? Whatever you got.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for the opportunity again at Petty Ass Lump and Reggie broadcast. It's always an honor to be up here to give especially on Thursdays, give my own narrative sincerely from my experiences and everything like that. I definitely want to shine light on. I have a pressure washing business where I pressure wash and beautify and give your home a good curve appeal with that nice soft wash from the pressure wash. Listen, you think when you get your grass cut, you think your house look good. Your house don't look good till you get it washed, especially by me, HB Power Wash, which your house can use before they hit me up.
Yeah.
And also, I want to prematurely do a shameless plug for one of my programs that I'm putting together. So, I formatted not an LLC. I'm talking about my business. I formulated a nonprofit organization that's called Empowering Futures, Improving Mental Health for Returning Citizens. We touched on briefly, so because it's a mental mindset that's taking place when transitioning from incarceration for multiple years. How many years you've been out there from incarceration to out here? It's a mindset. Is a mindset to try to tap into. Sometimes we don't, have that smooth transition mentally. So that's one of my that's my baby that be launching this summer.
Yeah.
Okay.
My turn?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys, I'm coming straight from the winner's circle. Winners get prizes. Heavenly Touch Aroma Center. Find me on Instagram. Be with the winner. I have body oils, specialty soaps. You're going to love it. Come see me.
Yes. Oh,
Winner's circle.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Sounds good.
I stay smelling good.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
I want to give a shout out first to Harm City Sports, our sponsors. Keep me looking fresh. Toxic Teas. You can find them on Instagram. The Jenna Chasers. My Muslim brother, Mosi.
Mosi,
yes. Most people that did time know Imam
Yes.
Mosi.
Yes.
Jenna Chasers boy, the Takwa boys. Shout out to their brand. Support them, black-owned business. Righteous brothers.
Yes. Yeah, shout out to Reggie Curl for being my co-host. Everybody be trying to separate us because he be doing some zesty, dumbass shit. Yeah. Then you show me you ain't got my fucking back, you little punk.
We praying for
Respect, Ronnie. Thank you, Ronnie.
You know I'm petty. I'm petty. But look, shout out to State of the Women.
Yes.
State of the Women. This is a new
another
broadcast.
group of winners.
Yes.
Yes,
The women,
ladies.
they be laying it down. They versatile. One of them missing, another one filling.
Listen,
They talked about some really good stuff.
I want to be a guest
On there.
I want to be a guest, man, because last time, man, they was here, they was going in, and I loved it. From a woman perspective, I loved it, man.
If y'all missed it, it was they was touching on menopause.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold up, I do my petty shit in there.
Yeah.
They talk. Some of them are. They said women had menopause, and they said it
And
get
hit it on the
dry.
head.
to
They
get
hit it on the
dry. I was
head.
like, hold up.
It's a part of life.
Do the men supposed to carry Cape Rod jelly for that? They skipped over my shit. They were like, no, that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
How is that inappropriate?
Well, you know you want to
It's a part of life. Just wait till your testosterone level starts to drop. Just wait. It's okay.
One more we forgot.
Uh-huh.
Our brother Hollywood couldn't make it.
Yes. Shout out to Hollywood.
Dial-up.
We miss
Tuesday
you.
nights at the YMCA on Detroit. I think it's from 7 to 9.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
We got your back, homeboy.
Yeah, you got a youth mentoring program that he just I attended.
Yeah.
And they shocked me.
Yeah.
The youth of how he had to check them, and they checked him, and they checked me, and they checked everybody else.
Yeah, I watched
it
some
was back
of it
and
on
forth.
Facebook.
So it's really empowering. If you want your child, you go to that mentoring program down the YMCA. I think it's on.
It's on
McMicken.
Yeah.
So
down off of Madison
hit me up
Avenue.
in inbox. Inbox on Lump 0316 on Instagram or the Petty Ass Podcast, and we'll get your children involved with this mentoring program for Hollywood that he creates. All right. Now, the Pit Talk on the weekends. Ladies, if you want to have a good time, you want to drink, you want to smoke, you want to eat, you want to party and listen to good music, Fire Pit Talk. Yes, that's on the weekends. But, other than that, Home City sponsors the Petty Ass Lump and Reggie podcast. I want to shout out anybody that support the Petty Ass podcast. I'm giving y'all shout outs. And if I miss y'all this time, don't hold it, but hold it. Because that's how petty I am.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's how petty I am.
Home where the real winners
Y'all
are.
can talk while I'm leaving. Give some more shout outs real quick.
Yeah.
And we out?
Yeah. No, we ain't off yet. Just go ahead, say something shameless plugs real quick.
Yeah,
Shout out to the
yeah.
time
Stop being
organization.
my trash.
Oh yeah, Timeless Organization.
Shout out to Time Organization. Y'all got me out of jail 6 months early.
Oh.
Shout out to Steve Dixon, Time Organization. Shanice, Dr. Charmaine. Appreciate y'all.
And Tim, say shout out to Tim.
Shout out to Tim.
Tim, he a comedian.
Oh, Tiny Tim.
Oh,
Tiny
yeah.
Tim, the comedian.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love y'all. I'm telling you.
And thanks